Mental Health Foundation shows that though African Caribbean people in the UK have lower rates of common mental disorders than other ethnic groups, they are more likely to be diagnosed with severe mental illness. Today, we are discussing black men and mental health. Meet Ayo, Dean, Josh, Olu, and William.
A black man is portrayed as either a criminal,
aggressive,
aspiring rapper,
dominant.
I don't want to do that cliche thing, but if there's white people in the news talking about something bad, violence, whatever, they're crazy. But if it's a black guy, it's always gang related, you know what I mean?
the man of the house, like he's what? The family's struggling, then he has to go do some illegal something.
Or someone who has a very dark past. He can't just be a simple, good-looking black man who has a good life, who's a very simple guy.
But like, if it's something negative, it's one black person does that, but it speaks for the whole black race.
Like there's always some sort of complexity behind that.
I can't remember, I think it was one student, they said that he was one of the people that like, I think he scored highly, but like that's when they become an individual. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he won't be compared as the whole black race, he's just one black person.
Is mental health a topic that you can comfortably discuss amongst each other?
I'll come through to my guys and be like, yeah, listen, you man, I'll be real.
With each other?
Josh not my guy.
Sometimes you actually just want to deep what you're going through.
Yeah.
Like, but some people will be like, oh no, how can I help you? How can I make you better?
Yeah.
Like, I just need my time to just think about.
But do you not think that, especially when it comes to black men, your time, that time that you spend by yourself, you're not really getting the help that you actually need? Cool, what you want is there, but what you need is someone to talk to.
Yeah, that's not for me. I don't need to. I'll sort out with myself. I don't need to go and talk about it with other people. That's not a good thing, but I think it is better to be open with other people. But people deal with different situations in their own way. It's a male-oriented issue.
As in them two.
I mean, if not these two, like your boys, your brethren.
Depends how close I am to the person.
No, but in general, your brethren.
I don't think, like, I just keep my stuff to myself. Like, more time, if I'm going through something, I just think about it myself. I don't know, opening up is different. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think it's all internalized. Like you handle your shit by yourself.
As a black man, do you feel that emotions and feelings is something that you can just freely express?
You've got to act a certain way, so if you're on the road, you can't talk about your feelings or nothing like that. So even just generally, if you're not on road, it's not something I would talk about anyway. I don't talk about my feelings to no one.
Me personally, I feel like I can, but I know other people, especially my age mates, don't really feel they can do so.
So there is a certain way you got to act.
No, I had never seen the men in my family show too much emotion, be it crying, laughter, joy. Unless we're watching a football game, like there's not too much emotion.
Because it's just like, embarrassing, it's a bit of a home topic, no one we can really talk to as well. And plus, as a black man, they're supposed to be seen as, you get it? So they're not really supposed to talk about them things.
And I think that kind of contributes to it because it's kind of like, how do I deaden my emotions? And you have to kind of learn, almost growing up, you kind of have to learn to kill your emotions to an extent. And it's things like that that kind of inhibit us. And I feel like hence why the mental health thing is much more of an issue for us.
Today, it is suggested that a black man in Britain is 17 times more likely to be diagnosed with a serious mental health condition than a white man.
Wait, so me as a black man, I'm more likely to...
17 times more likely.
To be diagnosed with a mental health condition?
Yeah, severe mental health.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, than a white man. To be diagnosed with a serious mental health condition than a white man.
You're saying 17 times more likely to be diagnosed?
17 times.
That's a lot.
So do you believe that it's due to the black man's perception in the media, upbringing or conditioning from that black community?
I say it's a mixture of all three, do you know what I mean? I don't want to blame it on our parents, but we're actually like, there's more pressure on us to be successful, especially compared to the other race, or the white race, do you know what I mean?
You've got the stigma from the news, so like, it's one of those ones where if people continue to tell you that you're one thing enough, it's like you start to believe it.
In order for us to be successful, we have to work twice as hard, 3 times as hard, 4 times as hard as the next man, do you know what I mean?
The idea of masculinity and what people are aiming for, I feel like when your conditioning and your upbringing are very they're quite interlinked.
I do think there is, within the black community, we have to live up to a certain lifestyle. Like, we're expected to provide, act a certain way.
How you see yourself in the outside world, which is shown within the media, is quite pivotal to how you kind of go out to develop yourself personally as a person.
Black parents, especially African parents, they don't really like agree with all of that stuff. Like, they feel like, it's either a spirit, it's a demon, it's a this or that, or you're too young to be stressing over something. Because the way they see it is they came from Africa, now we're here. So you feeling depressed, why are you feeling depressed when I'm the one that came from Africa to bring you here so you can have a better life?
So I think it'd be interesting to also look at the stats to see how many working class people have are diagnosed with mental health issues in comparison to the middle class, regardless of race. I think being black and working class kind of adds like a double weighting.
One would say, like, I feel like within African households in general, they don't really believe in mental health issues.
Because we haven't been taught to speak about our emotions and like kind of acknowledge that they're there for you to open up a conversation with someone else. Just because you've got to a stage where you understand your emotions, you deep, okay, cool, something isn't right here, doesn't mean that the rest of the community is ready to accept that.
You only see as far as what you're being shown.
Have you ever been at a point where your mental health became concerning, and how did you handle it?
Personally, I don't think so. I tried to be quite a bright character, so it's not something that's made me. I haven't deeped anything too much.
I'd say yes.
You know what, yeah, I'd say I've never come to that point in my life yet, and I'm blessed to say that because I feel like, obviously I say, yeah, I'm going through a lot of shit sometimes, but I don't feel like I've actually been through like a lot for me to get to that point. So I'd say no, not even.
And if you were to be in that, like, at that position, who would you talk to, and would you feel comfortable talking to them?
I don't know if it's a black person thing or it's just me, but personally, I don't think I would talk to anyone. That's probably not the best advice, because it is better to talk to, I don't know, a friend or some shit like that. But yeah, I'm not really an open person, but it would be better to talk to like a friend or something.
I'm not gonna cap it, obviously last year I was doing the whole A-level thing. I thought I was the man jumping into A-levels. I was like, yeah, I can do this, you know what I mean? But then got to year 13, I'm not gonna cap it. It was long.
I wouldn't say my mental health ever became concerning, because I always have the mindset, I think I said this before, like, if I'm suffering, there's someone definitely suffering like 10 times more than somewhere else. So I don't have like the right to complain. I know it's kind of like a crazy mindset, but I feel like it keeps me going on.
So I kind of assessed how I was feeling. My attire changed, like the way I dressed was I think the way I dressed kind of symbolized, or it was reflective of the way I felt, in the sense that
there were like so many different teachers got involved, calling my mum this, that and the other. I was like, nah, it's calm, I'm good, you know what I mean? I weren't really good. I don't know how I coped. I think I just kept myself to myself.
I still had stuff that mentally, like, I was actually carrying over across the year. Started at September. If there was a diagram, it'd be like, this is September, and then like gradually got like this. December happened, January now happened, February happened. I don't know if my finger's still in the shop, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it was on a like very steady decline. It wasn't even that I got tired of holding it to myself, but like I had like severe headaches, and like your mental literally controls your physical. So a lot of it I held to myself. It was very much like people didn't necessarily know what was going on with me. Everything was really kept to myself, and like I'm a thinker, so one thing should happen like this, my head is like, my mind is like an echo chamber. So I think how I dealt with it was kind of like forcing myself to kind of like, okay, yeah, this is a challenge, okay, cool, let's try it and see if we can get back into this routine and like kind of challenge yourself. As I said, like I have this thing of like not making permanent decisions over temporary actions and temporary feelings and emotions, sorry.
Only that I feel like even if something's going wrong, I tend to like try and not think about it, so I try to keep myself busy, so I never dwell on things.
Do you think you're ignoring it, or?
Sometimes I think I would say I'm ignoring it, but I'm here today, so.
When I was walking around school, my face was, I was talking to no one, you know what I mean? Everyone kept saying, oh, Dean's depressed.
Yeah, life was very mad at this point.
And for someone who may be going through it now, what would you tell them as well, like in general, both male, female, and you can direct it to males, just anyone in general?
It gets better. I promise. I mean, I'm saying this like I'm a past victim. Nah. Cool. Nah, but it does get better. I promise you. You just have to keep going. I'll be real.
I just say, just know who you are. Like, it's obviously hard to discover yourself, but I feel like as a person, as an individual, you need to know that belief in yourself is just fundamental. I just think. Like, you just need to know what you're about, and then you'll like everything subsides. You're not gonna be always angry, always upset. You have moments of happiness. Cling on to those moments of happiness.
Like I said before, just that you can talk to someone. Like, don't bottle everything up. Like, it's not the best thing to do. Is just bottle it up. Because when you bottle it up now, it's just like, oh, like you're living with it, you're struggling with it. Like, obviously, you don't want to project your problems onto someone else. But not everyone's evil. There are people there that can help you. So, you know, strive, get through it for you. But yeah, talk to someone. They can help you get through it with you.
I think about like every day just changing your mentality, thinking about what you do on a day-to-day. Don't think negative, think positive. And that will just change your mindset naturally. I'd say do more things like this, YouTube channels, talk about these issues, because that actually voices it out into the community. People actually want to talk about it, show what's going on, how you voice it.
If it's seen more as a norm, then more people will be okay with like expressing how they feel.
Meditate, pray, like just like find an outlet as well. Like if it is through meditation, like give yourself a break from life, or like write letters. Like, guys, I've really written letters to God and to pain and to anger and to all sorts. So yeah, like find an outlet and just know yourself, because ultimately you always have to deal with yourself, but situations will come and go.
Talk to someone. Opening up is not always a scam. There could be something you say that makes someone realize something in you, and because they've now realized that, they can help you with the situation. Like, talk to someone. Not all people are evil. There's good people out there. Talk to someone, innit?
You should think more positively. Like, you should actually look for things that you would see yourself doing in a positive.
Learn yourself. This is who you are. This is how I respond to X, Y, and Z situation. So then in the future, when X, Y, and Z happens, because you can't stop life happening. Like, life actually happens, but it's, as he said, it's 20% what happens to you, but 80% what you do with what you've been given.
Black people are quick to look at other things to solve the problem, when I feel like you have to look within yourself and kind of like solve the problems within yourself first, and like actually understand what you're going through before you can come to a solution.
Down, even if like, don't wait till you feel depressed or like you feel very like down. Don't wait to be in a dark space before you understand who you are.
I think more time the people that are actually depressed are the people who aren't screaming it, oh, I'm depressed, do you know what I mean? Because they're too down and out to even come out and vocalize it. You can just see it through their like facials, their body language.
We're gonna tell them.
God is on your side.
Yeah, for real. That's first. That's fundamental.
It's all well and good from like being on the other side of the darkness. It's like, yeah, God is real, like God is busted, like, because it's not that deep. But when you're in a place where you seem like you're stranded, it's dark, like you don't see God. But ultimately, I think just pull through for you, like, and kind of see that there's a you tomorrow, there's a you the day after. It's like what people say, like, don't make permanent decisions over temporary emotions. So like, just because of how you're feeling today, don't like change your life drastically in a way that you'd regret in the future. Like, hold strong, like, even if you think that you can't, just hold up.
That was it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
It's been nice.
That's
But yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Do your deuces up. And what do you want? Alright, see before I... Okay, and that's it. You did well. Go on, Josh. Okay, yeah, we're done. So,
What's happening next?
so I'm waiting for Josh, and then you're
Wait.
gonna.
Yo.
Wow.
Man, you can't keep that